have StreamYard, so I broadcast to 3 platforms at once. I've
Oh,
got
neat.
I got Twitch, I got YouTube, and I have Facebook. The Facebook's really picky. If you don't start your stream within 10 minutes of the proposed scheduled showtime,
Hmm.
then they remove it. They remove it from
Wow.
your Facebook page.
So is this like an add-on thing, or can anyone that has StreamYard go on all 3 platforms?
Anyone who has StreamYard can go on. I forgot how it works. There's like 3 membership levels. There's a free version,
Hmm.
and interestingly enough, it looks like the free version even supports having up to 10 people in a stream at the
Hmm.
same time, hosts included. But then you can have there's a low end paid subscription, and then the highest end paid subscription. And I think the only difference between the lower and the high is the high end supports up to 1080p
Hmm.
resolution. And but they keep advertising that you can stream to like 8 platforms, but the only ones that seem relevant to me are uh, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Um, there's one called. It's got the ability to stream to Periscope,
Oh,
but
cool.
Periscope is weird. Whenever I post, throughout my streams, I post links to people's campaigns, and if I do it in too quick succession with not enough time in between them, then Periscope flags it as spam.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
so they disabled my account on, on Periscope.
Yeah,
And
I had issues with YouTube because I started doing gameplays so people could see all the different types of games that I have. So I was playing Legend of Zelda, and I'm just like chatting while I'm doing it and
yeah,
playing, and YouTube flags it right away, and I'm like, what?
huh?
Yeah,
You,
I got like a partial copyright strike where it's only available in certain countries, and I contested it.
what the hell? Did you win it, or are you still waiting for a response?
I think I won it. It looks like it doesn't show up. I haven't checked in a while, but
Damn, what the frick? Because so many people do gameplay streams,
yeah.
so I don't see why yours would get flagged. Um, do you do one of those things where the picture of you is kind of like in like picture in picture mode, so you're like covering part of the streaming video of the game, or
I just put my camera up, and you could see that it's on like one of those really old television sets.
all right.
So you could see like all the details and stuff. So you could see the television, and I'm in the back playing it and talking while I'm playing it.
Hmm.
And then I put my hand on it, and I'm like, "Do you guys see that little those little bars?" I
All right.
said, "I said that's not a glitch or anything wrong with the game. That's because the camera actually picks up the lines of colors that the old CRT show up. Yeah,
Oh,
our eyes can't see it, but the camera picks up on it."
oh my gosh, what a trip!
Yeah. So I
That,
pointed that out, and I thought me talking, and I'm like talking through like 50% of it. Some people are like, it has to be 100%, but I'm like, I need to actually play through it and then think and then respond. It takes me a bit longer.
100%. That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
Because I mean, the games I've been playing, they have audio dialogue. So there's Knights of the Old Republic. So that one I played, and there's the dialogue. I'm commentating while I'm playing it. I'm sometimes reading some of the lines aloud, cracking up, making comments. And then the other game, I played a couple other games, like a knockoff of Age of Empires.
Mm-hmm.
But then I played Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded.
Oh, I remember that.
So, same kind of idea, but I've done it so I'm in a little window on the left side, and then my screen is on my right side. But I've seen other people have like their image kind of overlapping part of the stream. So I don't know what the trick is to, prevent from getting flagged. There's a bunch of people. I don't remember her name, but the Quartering often does stories on her. But there's this one gal who watches actual movies, their watch-alongs.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
But what she does to try and get around it is she does some kind of visual trick where it reduces the brightness or something of the movie. Mm-hmm. So YouTube's algorithm has trouble catching it to flag it. And like some slight video manipulation or something while she's streaming. And she legitimately does entire movies and I think anime, manga, TV series and things like that. And they get away with it. And because they're such large channels, they get away with it. Kind of, it's like YouTube, takes a blind eye to it.
Yeah, I know. I got very frustrated because I did a couple promos for like shows that I really liked that were coming back. So I did like a promo of Invader Zim, and I did like a little clip of it, and then I put like go see on Netflix, and they flagged it. I'm like, guys, I'm giving you free advertisement, man. I'm giving you free advertisement. Why would you flag that?
That's what I don't understand about their mentality and their.
It's always the large channels that seem to get away with it because like all my AMVs get flagged. So I'm like, I do them on BitChute. I'm like, I don't want to risk my channel being flagged because it's grown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still trying to dispute this freaking stupid one claim that YouTube had against my channel. One of the videos, supposedly, one of my streams, where did it go? Well, anyway, one of my streams, I guess, supposedly got a copyright claim, and I did an appeal, and then I got an immediate response saying, nope, you're not, we're sticking to our guns. But I think it's all automated because it's so damn fast. I think it was all done through bots instead of real human beings. So I think I'm going to try and find a way to take it up with them again. I tried to get their attention via Twitter, but they didn't respond.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it just sucks. It's making it harder and harder for small creators to get anything done. It's becoming more and more a pain in the rear.
Yeah, because I'm working on doing like little promos for my channel. So I want to do like I made like the Rick and Morty Mulan Szechuan sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking of putting like a little bit of clips of Rick and Morty in there, but I'm like worried. I'm like, am I going to get like flagged for that? Because I always seem to get flagged where other people like will put in like like music, and I know like there's like a few of them that get flagged like that, like Star Wars. I put like 10 seconds of Star Wars in there, flagged immediately.
Whoa, jeez. Now, are these on videos or are they on live streams?
They're mostly videos. I edit them and I post them up. But for the Mulan Szechuan sauce, I want to make like a live stream to show everyone how to make it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Uh, man, to be super safe, you might want to consider doing screenshots, stills.
Yeah.
Uh, it's insane. Like I thought the rule was you could have up to 30 seconds for fair use, and just to be even safer, you should talk or have some kind of commentary over it, or make some sort of adjustment to it. So either you're like with any kind of clip of video or music, you add the commentary, and then you also add something to break up the video. Either pause every 10, 20, or 30 seconds, and just fill it in with some more commentary, or put some other kind of graphic over it. More customize it more, put like glittery special effects or something over the video. I don't know. It seems like the rules are always changing.
I wait for the day when everyone moves over to BitChute because I have no issues with that. But I don't hit the same number of viewers that I do. So
Oh yeah.
For now, we're cursed with YouTube.
I imagine you probably advertise to your current audience that you got your BitChute channel as well. Yeah. Oh, by the way, welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. We are joined by a very special guest, 8-Bit Shinobi.
Hey guys.
Go ahead.
Hey guys.
We're going to talk about his arcade bar that's going live on Indiegogo. There's an early sign-up sheet right now, but if you join us from get-go, we were basically, discussing YouTube and copyright claims and all that kind of nonsense that new creators and small creators have to deal with when working on YouTube. The other thing I was going to mention, someone on another stream that I was watching mentioned kind of an interesting suggestion. If you're doing videos which YouTube prefers over streams, if you do videos and you have any concern that something might get flagged, initially leave your video when you upload it, leave it on your channel, but mark it as unlisted or private. And while it's unlisted or private, wait 5 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and check back on your channel and see if it gets flagged by YouTube. And that way, if it gets flagged, you have an opportunity to make some more edits to your video and then upload it again in private or unlisted mode. And that way, you don't have like some added embarrassment from an audience who watches your video, or you don't get a plethora of messages saying, hey, I was trying to watch your video, but it disappeared suddenly, or what have you. And it saves you from having to do all that explanation to everyone who asks,
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna get flagged, it's gonna be flagged sometime after it detects your video. After it detects your video's been uploaded. Oh, goodness gracious, it's crazy. So just to start, you want to go into a little bit of history as to how you got interested in start opening up an arcade bar?
So it all started when I do a themed Christmas party every year, and I did that because my brother's birthday is on Christmas. So we started it about the time when The Force Awakens came out. So I'm like, well, we'll go to see The Force Awakens, and then we're gonna have a party. So I made like a Walker shaped gingerbread house, which didn't turn out well. So I made it look like it fell apart. Like when they in the movies when they fall down.
Uh-huh.
So I made it look like that. And food. And then we were like, let's do this again next year. And then every year it kept getting better and better. So I learned to cook Japanese food. So like my house kept getting more packed, and people were like, well, why don't you turn this into a business? So I'm like, okay. A friend of mine owns a hobby shop, so he has comic books, figures, and everything, and he has like a big location. So he's like, look, I'm trying something new. We're going to invite people that are like vendors and stuff to come into the shop for free comic book day. Would you be interested in coming? So I'm like, sure. So I went there, set up with all my games. So many people came, and people signed up on my mailing list. So we got a big turnout. So he asked me to come back again. So I started selling off my Funko Pop. So I'd sell off my collection, and people would come to play the games, and we made quite a bit of money. So I'm like, let's keep going. So we went to different conventions. So I've been to like 5 different conventions within the city, like small
Wow.
ones. We did some that were in malls, some that were in like in convention halls and stuff. We were supposed to do
Hold on.
hoping would happen. Like I
Every now and then your audio cuts out. I don't know. Is it on my end or your end? Do you happen to have? Do you happen to open the stream you're on in another video? Well, actually, hold on. In another tab,
Oh,
rather.
can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I don't know what's causing it exactly. I think I have an okay internet signal. It was raining earlier, but I don't know if that's going to affect it because I've got cable
Should
internet.
that work?
All right. So far, I can hear you still. Every now and then, it seems like your audio cuts out. Your video sometimes cuts out, but usually I can still continue to hear your audio, even if your video kind of pauses. Test, test, test. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yeah, you're good now. All right, cool. All right, so excuse me. So you're throwing all these parties in and everything, and then you sold your Funko Pop collection.
Yeah, I have like a huge tower of Funkos.
Damn. Now, were you willing to sell it because you were like tired of collecting, or because you really needed the money to fund this new venture?
Yeah, we really needed the money, and I just wanted to downsize my collection a little bit. So I started selling off my collection, and then now we're actually because of the way things are going. We're working on doing home services. So I have a whole bunch of TV sets and consoles. So we're gonna like drop them off for like a rental, and we're doing it cheaper than our competitors, where they're charging about 200 to 300 for for 1 day of gaming. We're doing 250 for 2 days of gaming.
Huh. Wait, so are you literally talking about doing a home delivery service where you bring it to a renter's house or apartment?
Yeah.
And then they play with the console for 2 days, and what? Then you return to go to pick it up.
Yeah.
What if they're out of town or something, or they totally forget they rented it, and then there's no way in the house, and the front door's locked and stuff.
Well, that would come in with the contract that we're working out. So any extra days, they'd be on the hook for it. Or
Oh,
if there's any damages to the equipment, I put it in the clause that we take your deposit, and if we will look at we'll examine the equipment, and once we determine that there's no damage there, then we refund the deposit. So we're hoping that the deposit too also makes the customer aware that you need to be there on the time we agreed upon.
what is the deposit amount? If you can.
We haven't because we haven't started. We haven't come up with one. So I was thinking maybe like 200 or 300 or something like that.
And that's every time you rent it, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then you get refunded that deposit afterwards, after you return
Yes.
the unit. Now, so, wow, you're delivering it to the person's location. Are you using like a third-party service like Postmates or Amazon delivery or shipped?
No, we're doing it all ourselves, but for the arcade equipment that we're going to be providing, we're going through a third party. So it's mostly because the equipment is more expensive,
Yeah.
and the home consoles. If a home console gets damaged, I wouldn't be as worried about replacement or whatever. But if one of those arcade machines get damaged,
Oh man, yeah.
then I know they are going to take care of it, and they're also going to be able to send up a team to pick it up and drop it off.
Man. So, oh goodness gracious. So you're doing both consoles and actually arcade cabinets.
Yep.
Full size arcade cabinets.
So
So
I have the Star Wars one behind me right here.
oh yeah, that is so cool. That is so cool. So the on the console, going back to the console version of this program, the is there also something already built in the contract, or are you planning on adding to the contract that they're not allowed to install mods into onto the circuit board and make it like region free, if you will?
Yeah, I think I might have to edit that a bit, but I thought of everything has to be in the exact same way that it came in.
Yeah.
So I might add that in, but we're also thinking of, like, because I'm doing it myself. Someone recommended. They're like, well, why don't you do it yourself? The contract, and then speak to a lawyer that does contracts.
Mm-hmm.
That way you're not spending as much money on the contract of them drafting the whole thing up. They're just they're gonna edit the wording.
Yeah. That's I think that's the way to go. And on the internet, you can find all kinds of examples of contracts, and use one of those existing ones as a template, then replace it with all your verbiage, and then present it to a lawyer. Yeah. Now, why? I mean, the delivery idea is pretty cool. What kind of radius are you talking about delivering to?
Sorry, what was that?
So if you're planning on delivering game consoles to households, then I imagine from your base station, wherever that is, you've got some kind of maximum radius you're willing to cover, like delivery services for fast food joints, like pizza restaurants. They'll say, all right, we're willing to offer free delivery up to 15 miles or something radius. Would you have something in place like that?
Well, we were originally thinking about Ottawa, but someone I was speaking to a colleague, and he was like, well, I mean, another business owner. So he was like, you should consider expanding your radius to other cities and then charging like a surplus. So whatever it costs to get it out there and whatever it costs to if I have to rent a hotel or something to include that in the pricing. Well, he said that could increase your customer base. So that's something we're thinking of too.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a consideration. Now, why did you guys go to the delivery idea over, having people come to you? Do you think that's more limiting in customer base, where they come to your location, one centralized location, pick up the unit, then take it back home to play it for a day or two?
Well, it's because we don't really have a location, and a lot of the restrictions have tightened back up again.
Oh,
So yeah, so we're looking at just dropping them off, and
well, that's going to be interesting. So,
yeah.
so is it going to be like, all right, so you got a deposit, maybe a couple hundred, then you've got the game console of choice. What game consoles are you looking to offer for rental?
We have Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, PlayStation 1, the Sega. Oh, yeah, I already mentioned Sega. PlayStation 3, the backwards one, so it can play the PlayStation 2 games. We have the PS4 with the virtual reality set.
Oh, wow.
And my brother also has some other ones. He has the Xbox, the 360, or is
So,
it the Xbox one? He has that one. So
do you have multiple units of every one of those brands or models?
not yet. I think my brother might have extra copies, but right now that's what we have, and we have 3 television sets. We're hoping once our Indiegogo campaign ends, or we get the funding, that we could just buy a whole lot more, so that we could do multiple parties in one day rather than just one house every 2 days or whatever.
All right.
And offering more machines, right? So we could offer the Wii U, the new the Xbox, and when the PS5 comes out, we can offer that as well, or the new Xbox X series, I believe it's called, or is it S? I don't remember.
Oh man, I can't remember either. So I didn't hear you say Atari Pong.
No, we don't have that yet, but we probably could mod that. My brother is pretty good at that.
Or in television and in television too.
Yeah.
Welcome, Lord J. Bama fan. Get closer to the camera. There's still a little space left. So, man. So what? How are you handling the games? I mean, do the games automatically? Wow, that must mean you have to maintain a huge inventory of the games for every one of these systems as well. Let's say you get someone interested in renting from you. they let's say want NES 8-bit system. And do you have like a list on? Are you going to have like a list on your website saying here are the games to choose from?
What we did, because there's so many of them, and plus my brother we have the modded systems that have like all of them. We just put the popular ones there, and then we put like email for inquiry on the list, because it gets pretty big, and I know that people don't want to read through like hundreds and hundreds of text, right?
Yeah, yeah. So are these units that you're renting actually already modded systems? So they've already.
The classic ones are the PlayStation one, the PlayStation 2 and 3 aren't modded, and the PS4, we have all the games for it. We have like a huge bag of PS2 games and Xbox games, and we got some really nice virtual reality games too that are pretty fun.
Huh. Okay. Wow. All right. So some of the systems have modifications in them already, and then you're also going to offer the physical discs and cartridges for those that don't have the mods, or for those that aren't included as part of the mod.
Yeah, well, we're looking into, once we get the money together, to get more of the original systems for the cartridges. I do have the N64 cartridges, but I have a few Nintendo cartridges. I actually got the Star Wars cartridge from Limited Run, so I have that cartridge, and I have the Star Wars for the Game Boy.
Man. Do you have people already asking with interest about the rental of the full-size arcade cabinets?
I haven't yet. We did have a couple of inquiry, because we're also building the cabs. I've got quite a bit of people interested in them, which we're also going to be offering on the Indiegogo campaign. And
Huh.
once we hit a specific stretch goal, we're going to be offering a free one, so someone can get a chance to win a customized arcade cabinet with over 20,000 games, which
Jeez.
includes arcades and the console games.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Arcade and console. Damn. That's quite a feat.
Yeah, and we're also offering the full size models, and then like a table model for people that don't want to spend the extra mile in the massive amount of shipping.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, you get the smaller size, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I didn't even think about the cost of shipping. That would be insane.
Yeah. Well, I guess people from the U.S. could also, because we're from Canada, the price our dollar is worth less, so it would lower the price. So I think that does help out a bit, and we're talking to Canada Post and other services to reduce the cost for like larger orders.
Yeah, that would make sense. Does your company have any U.S. presence, or are you just exclusively in Canada right now?
Well, for our online store, we offer shipping to that. We're currently revamping our website. That's why my website is just the free Google one that pops up, which just says, "Oh, we offer the service." It shows a picture of me with the games. We're revamping our website because we're trying to find one that's free. So we ended up finding one that's free with Square.
With
You know, the Square app.
for the one used for payment, right?
Yeah, they actually now have a website.
They do.
Yeah, so they
What?
actually gave a free Square thing for signing up.
Huh. So they don't charge hosting fees?
No, they only what they do charge is like once your item sells, they take the cut for selling it, which isn't as much. The old website that we were doing offered like a 3-month free trial, and then after that it's like $50 a month.
Hmm.
So I'm like, let's try to get something free so we can reduce our costs.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I presently am going through GoDaddy, but I haven't done anything with my website yet. So it's just sitting there, and there's like, I guess it's a maintenance fee or something, or a web hosting fee. But yeah, that's goofy.
And for everyone that signs up early, we're doing a lot of awesome prizes. I got some signed merchandise. So Broly,
Go Dragon Ball Broly, right?
yeah. I also got this. Finally came in.
Sega Genesis Streets something 4.
Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, whoa, that's a thick box. How many discs is it?
Oh, it's actually one. It has the one PS 4 cover in here,
All
and
right.
then it has like a little bit of like goodies, like extra stuff.
Oh, like a figurine or something?
Not a figurine, just like I think like posters and
Oh,
stuff.
all right.
Yeah, so this goes on eBay for like about $200, and we're giving one of them away for free.
Ooh, cool.
We're also working with a really cool company. They're called Steel and Fire. So if anyone likes Bleach, we actually bought some swords from them before. So we're looking to have this as one of our reward. And if
Ooh,
we end up hitting 200, we're gonna give away one of these bad boys.
yeah. Is that a full size sword?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that is nice. I love the color too.
and I also have the Ichigo bonfire one. I
Yeah,
had these for like 10 years, and it's still like in the condition that I bought it in. Like, even has the chain.
so what's on the other end of the chain? Or does it attach to the sheath?
Just attached to the sheath.
Okay.
So, like in the show, I don't know if you ever watched Bleach, where he swings his sword around.
I don't think I have seen it. Ooh, that's nice. I like
Yeah,
it's like a skeleton look, the skeleton effect.
yeah. It's hard to see, but it has like a dragon emblem on
Ooh.
the bottom.
So where does the chain attach to the sheath? Or no, I mean it's connected on that end to the bottom of the handle of the sword, the hilt.
Yeah.
But the other end of the chain, doesn't it connect to the sheath itself?
Oh no, it just connected by this little thingy over here. That's
Or,
connected to the sheath, and then this thing just hangs loose.
oh, the chain is meant to hang loose.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and so you can grab it right here and then swing it. But I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Oh, it's meant to allow you to swing the sword?
Yeah, because in the show, that's what he does. He swings it around. Like,
Oh,
I wouldn't recommend you do that unless you're like some sort of sword master or something.
yeah, seriously. Welcome, Mananui. How's it going? Um, is wow. Have you by chance taken one of the swords and like dropped a piece of paper to see if it splits the piece of paper into.
Oh, these swords are actually non-sharpened.
Oh, okay.
So
They're,
I do plan on eventually sharpening them
so
because this thing can't cut butter. See?
you can use it to spread butter then. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I have a sharpening stone, but I don't have like the actual block stand that I'm looking to make it easier.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm hoping to eventually sharpen it. I watched a video. So you basically have to take the sword like this
Uh-huh.
and then shave it. Like you move it like each section of the blade like 100 times. So you gotta count to 100 for each section of the blade.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think I might have seen some of those kinds of videos too. Man, cool stuff. So I was thinking about your arcade cabinet delivery service. So that would probably be perfect for like, big parties and stuff.
Yeah, and especially since everything's closed up again. Like all of the arcades closed back up again, so we're hoping to see some more interest in it. But
Well, with Canada, well, I mean, as I understand it, Canada didn't really have many reported cases of COVID. Um, that's what the lockdowns are for, right?
yeah,
So, what did they start seeing more cases spiking up? Is that why they?
yeah, that's what we had. I think an influx this month. Apparently, they're saying Ottawa's the new hotspot, which I don't get, but whatever,
Mm,
because our population isn't that big. Because I would assume Toronto would stay the same because Toronto's the large city. Like you got like it's like New York almost. Like like a lot of movies
mm-hmm.
actually they'll say it's in New York, but they filmed in Toronto because
Yeah.
a lot of the places are comparable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not as big, but it's like it's comparable, but like New York's a lot huger, but
So tell me more about your guys' lockdown. What is it like? I mean, do they still allow you to? Well, do they allow you to go to restaurants and dine in, even if it's?
oh, we're not allowed to dine in anymore. It's like takeout only.
Oh, you guys went all the way back to that. Takeout.
Yeah.
Jeez, that sucks. Yeah, in my area at least, they're allowing dine in, but roughly half the tables are blocked off, so it forces distancing. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it either. I'm like, there are tons of people in Walmarts,
mm-hmm.
and it's there's a lot more people in Walmart. But if you're going to a little restaurant, there's like only so many people there, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that the person there can easily disinfect it between each person, right?
Yeah, it all these stupid rules on
Yeah,
the self quarantine make no sense whatsoever.
yeah.
Everything's backwards, and yeah, I see the same thing. Like I go to a Walmart, you've got lots and lots of people, and half the time they're not distancing. And then you go to places like Lowe's for home improvement. I don't know if you guys have Lowe's in Canada.
Oh yeah, we have Lowe's.
Uh, like the last several times I've been there, they've had like a line out waiting outside for like 45 minutes to over an hour just to get into the store. And then once you're in, the freaking place being like warehouse size has like got very few people. It feels like it's only got 10 or 20 people at most at any given time. And it's like, what a waste of time and space and money and egads. And what also doesn't make sense to me is how grocery stores are getting full again.
Mm-hmm.
And, people don't seem to be worrying about space distancing anymore. And maybe people have just had it.
Yeah, well, actually, in Canada, this really big lawyer who's taken on like almost every government in one is taking on our current prime minister, Justin Trudeau. He's not very good at his job.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring politics into this, but he's suing because he did not do a proper job. Like when you guys logged down in, I think, January.
Uh-huh.
We didn't lock down until March, and our borders have still been open. So he's suing because he says the measures weren't done properly, and none of the current measures are based on scientific facts. So he has like 40 experts that can testify that all the lockdown measures are not scientifically proven.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so much misinformation and fear is being spread. The goofy part of it all is the dang masks that like 98% of the public wear are freaking useless.
Oh yeah, like I have my industrial one that I got from Lowe's,
Is that like
and
an
it will protect you. Like you wear that thing for painting, you put that on, and I hear some places don't allow you to wear that. They're like, oh, we'd prefer you to wear the cloth mask. I'm like, this mask will save my life.
The problem is that the cloth mask, the COVID virus is small enough to pass through the fibers of a cloth mask, so everyone's wearing it for no reason.
Yeah.
Welcome, Eric McIntyre. Hey.
Hey, Eric.
That headband is awesome, Sean.
Thanks, Sound, representing the Sound Village.
Sound Village. So yeah, going back to the the whole rental of arcade cabinets, that would be freaking awesome for parties and stuff. Uh, does it seem like, or are you hearing through the grapevine that more people are becoming more comfortable, even throwing parties and inviting friends and family or whatever?
I've been hearing that. Like, I'm in contact with almost every arcade bar within Ontario, like all the big ones. Like I know the guy that provides the machines for the one here, and all the other ones, and they're saying, well, what we did to stay afloat was to rent out our equipment.
Oh.
Yeah, we're kind of new in the game of doing that, so that's why we haven't gotten very many customers yet, and we still need the money for advertisement. So that's what we need to work on.
You said you know a lot of the other people doing arcade bars. Do you detect any kind of animosity with other arcade bars, or is everyone kind of very friendly and into helping each other succeed?
Yeah, our community is really amazing. Like I spoke to a couple others, and they told me like all the things that I should do. They're like, make sure that your drinks are like not over like $7 or something like that, because they're like, if it's like $10 or higher, it's gonna turn people away. They're not gonna buy your drinks. So they're just saying that this is what you should do, and these are some tricks. And I know personally, I run the Ottawa comic book buy and sell group, and our local comic book shop had financial problems due to taxation. So they got screwed over on taxation. Like I think the guy forgot to do it one year, and they like overinflated how much he had to pay for taxes. So he had to reach out to the people, and the whole community came together. Like his competitors actually contributed to the GoFundMe.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, my friend had a party yesterday at her house with over 40 people.
Oh gee, I wish we could do that again.
That would be cool. Where's your arcade bar located?
Ottawa, Ontario. We're hoping once things get better and things take off, we're hoping to have more locations because we got people in our on our Twitter that are from the States. We're like, we don't have an arcade bar where we are. We would love something like this. So
Uh,
that's something in the future we're hoping to work towards getting more out there. Where we want to like offer the entire service, like everything gaming in one place,
mm,
like new, old, like just so we can have the whole umbrella.
right. Uh, Eric's asking for confirmation that this is in Canada.
Yeah, we're in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. I every now and again I hear people talk about there being an arcade bar in my local Cincinnati, Ohio, but I've never physically been there. I hear it's pretty fun. But arcade bars seem to be springing up more, uh, which is interesting and really exciting, actually.
Yeah.
I miss those days that we actually had arcades in shopping malls.
Yeah, I remember we had a big one in the mall, like right next to our house.
Hmm.
It used to be like huge. They had
Yeah,
everything, all the old games and new games, and they had like Laser Quest.
Laser
They had
Quest.
like a laser tag
Oh,
arena.
oh man. Yeah, this,
So every year at school we do a field trip, and we pay like $15, and they'd give us these cards, and
uh
then you just put the cards, and it was like unlimited.
Oh, neat.
And I remember one of the teachers got left behind on the trip.
Oh man.
Yeah, and funny story, my mom forgot to call the school to tell them that my grandmother was picking me up. So my grandmother came to pick me up, and no one knew anything about it. They're like, because she called me at school, so I assumed she called them, right?
Uh-huh.
So I left with my grandmother, and everyone was freaking out. Well, they called my house, and they're like, "Oh, his grandmother picked him up." Yeah, I know. And
Oh
that's like my biggest fear working in a school. We had one kid do the same thing. They just disappeared, and they ended up going to their house.
my. Oh, that. Oh man, that's kind of scary stuff. Uh,
Yeah.
not being not keeping tabs on all the kids and them suddenly going missing. Eric says, where I am at, there's no arcade bar either. The closest one is about 60 miles away.
Oh my.
Arcade bars are fun. Yeah, I'm going to have to check it out because I keep hearing all this great stuff about them. Yeah, very cool. So let's see here. We've got 8-Bit Shinobi Arcade Bar. I love that you guys are like a community and that, it reminds me of ComicsGate and Fandom Menace. Big communities of people who want to see each other succeed. Let's check out the video here. This is on Indiegogo. I shared the link earlier. I'll share it throughout the stream.
How cool does that sound? We're going to find out more right now and maybe play some games. Sean DN is joining us. 8-Bit Shinobi. Hello, Sean.
Hey.
Now, 8-Bit Shinobi is what you're hoping to call the arcade bar.
Yes.
Right. Now, why would you like to call it 8-Bit Shinobi?
It's because when I was younger, I really liked the ninja movies, and that's what the actual name is, not the Hollywood name, which is Ninja, is Shinobi.
Now, tell us about your love for video games, gaming, that type of pop culture.
Well, I've been gaming since I was a kid. I always have sleepovers with friends, and we were gaming. And then when I went to college, I found a card gaming community, and they're like my second family.
Yeah. So then why are you excited to open up an arcade bar then? You're trying to bring those feelings to others in our community?
Yes. Yeah. And I do a lot of like themed parties, and people are like, your food is so amazing, you should open up a location.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not just going to be arcading and gaming. You're going to supply all kinds of great food.
Yeah, it's traditional Japanese food mixed with Western. So like a taco egg roll and a sushi burrito. And I mix it with like not just fish, but with like beef and chicken for people that don't like that fishy taste.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Comic book called Paranormal Academy.
Okay.
It's about mystical teenagers. They're an ensemble group. Each one of them has their own unique character, and we focus on the characters themselves. Okay. This character is called Kitsune, which is based off of Japanese mythology, the fox spirit. We're hoping to have it for our next Fanaticon event in August.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how fast we can get the artwork done, but the story's done.
It's a big undertaking.
It's the PlayStation. It also plays the classic and newer games. Mm-hmm. We have the classic one here.
Oh, it's much smaller than what I recall.
Yeah, it's the replica model. It has
version, yeah.
It has like 50 games in there. Zombie dice. So you're basically, each character is a zombie, and your objective is to collect the most brains.
All right.
So you have green being easy, yellow medium, and red is the hard one.
Trouble, yeah.
So basically what you want to do is get as many brains. The footprints means that the person got away.
Yeah.
And the shot blast means that you take a hit. And if you take 3 hits, you lose all your points.
Okay. So what do I do?
So you basically just roll it and then just
and then just decipher what's going on here with me. Tell me.
So you got 2 brains, so that adds up to your points.
Wow.
And you can either keep on going or leave it at that.
What do you think I should do?
Well, you haven't taken any damage, so I would recommend another roll.
But I should spin again. Well, let's see.
So the comic book you highlighted, is that something that's out there now?
We're still working on it because we weren't able to get the conventions this year. I wasn't able to generate the money to pay my team. We're actually working on doing our own virtual convention. So I did this networking event with a friend of mine who his business is networking businesses, but because of COVID, he's updated. So it's a virtual event where you see the screen, you see tables everywhere. So you click on the table there, and that's the table of the group of people, and that's all you'll see in the in your screen is that group of people in the table set up. So I thought that looks exactly like being at a convention. So you can have a whole bunch of people there at different tables looking at all your merchandise. So we thought of adapting that. The software offers like a 2-week free trial, so we're gonna work on doing like some free ones just to test out the waters to see how many people we could get interested. hopefully if we get a big turnout, we could start telling people, yes, we're successful with this. Would you guys be interested in sponsorship so we could have the big convention? I've talked to a few voice actors like Vic Mignogna and Chuck Huber, and they were like, that sounds cool.
Oh,
Like
wow.
to have everything virtual, and that will give we're hoping to get a lot of local vendors on board to be able to help support them.
So would the goal be to focus on selling merch, or is it also to promote like projects like upcoming comic books and things like that?
Well, it's selling merch and bringing people together. We're also looking at having like once we get to like the bigger conventions, we're looking at doing like little fun activities with everyone. So like doing like board games and stuff, and are doing like a trivia or like one of those battle things I know Andy Signor does that on his channel called Nerd Wars, where they all take a topic and they battle against whose opinion is right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they did the Spider-Verse versus the Flashpoint series, and each person was arguing which one's going to be better.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So we're looking at doing some free events, and then doing one big one because the platform does charge more for the more people you have at the events.
Okay. Let's see here. Arcade bars are fun. What kinds of games do you have at your arcade bar?
Oh, we have a very small amount. I have the Star Wars here. I currently have Street Fighter Pinball, which is a lot of fun. The Terminator one is just amazing. I put that one up on my channel without any hashtags or anything because I wanted to show people. I just wanted to show it off to a couple of people, and that I thought that was the easiest way to do it. So I left that thing up, and it got to 1,000 views. That one's really fun. Like
Nice.
Arnold Schwarzenegger voices in it. So he'll say, "Shoot again," and "Get to the chopper." No, he doesn't say that. He'll say things like "Load the cannon," "Direct hit," "Get that jackpot."
Was this that one standing arcade cabinet, that large one where it had like machine guns you control and you aim at the targets on the screen?
No, it's the pinball.
Oh, pinball. All right.
Yeah.
The pinball machine.
It's really cool. It's like it's very unique because it has the trigger gun. So instead of pulling something,
Yeah.
you have the trigger gun. So you shoot the trigger, and you hit your target. So it has the ramps. So you do the ramps, and then it has that mode. So you get like 5 million every time you once you complete all your sets. So you have to hit every ramp. So you hit that one, and then you hit that one, and then you hit that one. And once you hit them all, everyone after that, every hit that you make is 5 million. And then you have the skull. So you get the ball in the skull mouth, and then it does like like a cannon. The ball goes into like a cannon, and then you use the gun to shoot it at the target. So you have like the those flying machines in the movie.
Oh yeah.
It has like a sculpture of that, and then underneath there's like targets that you gotta hit. So you hit the target, and then that gives you the multi-ball. And then you have the other one called video mode, where you have like Terminators come on the screen, and then you use the flippers to move your gun targeting around.
That's right.
So you got to be really quick. So you got to move it around and then shoot at the same time.
Yeah, I remember that now. That was a fun one.
So Yeah, we got that. We got this one called Battle Shark, where it's like a periscope, and then you're just like shooting to hit like sharks, other machines that are coming to get you. We have this one called Confidential Mission, which I think is one of the best shooters out there. Like I played like all the popular ones that everyone talks about, and I haven't heard of this one. So when I played it, I'm like the graphics are so much better because it's using the Sega. What was that Sega console?
Dreamcast.
Damn it! Yes, it's using a Dreamcast engine, so the quality is there.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
we have that one. We have this other one. It's called Crisis Zone. So you get this huge gun, and the bottom it has like a pedal. So you push the pedal, and that activates like a shield. So you put the shield up, and everyone that shoots you, the shield blocks them. So you got to like go between hitting the pedal, and then so it's kind of like you're ducking almost. So you
Oh.
put the thing, and then it brings a big shield up, and then you put it down to shoot people.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's loads of fun. Like, I'm surprised we almost didn't leave that guy's house.
uh, let's see here. That dice game sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a load of fun, and once you start getting used to it, like one thing I'll point out in the video is that he got two brains on the hardest and easiest. So that means basically that means there's less red in the pool of dice. So that increases your chances.
Less.
So you got to like think of it strategically almost.
Hmm.
You're looking like, well, there's one less red dice in there. So that means I have a better chance of pulling a green dice. So green dice gives you more chances of getting points. So there's more brains on the green one. And
Oh.
then it gets more difficult with each color. So green easy, yellow being less easy, and then red being the hardest. So the less red ones that you have in your bucket, the higher chances you have of rolling. So you gotta kind of play the odds there too, being like, well, I already have like a couple of red ones that are brains, so that means that there's more green ones there.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I never even seen that game until you demonstrated it on that video.
Yeah, we have a bunch of games. We also have like the classic card games that everyone knows about, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic.
Oh, you're doing Magic as well.
So we have that. We have Catan. Everyone knows Catan.
Oh, wait, isn't
I
that the
assume.
Star Wars game? The Star
Yeah.
Wars game?
They have the Star Trek one.
Oh, there's a Star Trek Catan?
Yeah, so that one's actually cool because it gives you like you get like a character that has special abilities.
Huh.
So it gives you like bonus power-ups.
Okay.
And we also have this one called Bang, which is really fun. Like I'm not a Western person, but after playing this, it was a lot of fun. So I got the one that comes in a bullet. It's like the case looks like a bullet, and then it has all the cards in it. So they also have like a custom made card. So it's like a blank card. So I got one of my artist friends to draw a picture of Deadpool as a cowboy. And I put his special ability was called Break the Fourth Wall, that he could use any card the way he wants. So yeah, he can use a bullet. So in order to hit someone, you have to have like a bullet card. And based off of the type of gun that you get, you can either only hit once, and then there's the gun that has the rapid shot, and then you have the scope, which allows you to hit at a distance. So every player that's next to you is a distance of 1. So then you just count on. So the third player is going to be a distance of 3. So if you have a distance of 1 or 2, you can't hit them.
Gotcha.
So then there's beer and whiskey will heal your bullet wounds. Yeah, I know. So Deadpool could use a bullet to heal himself because he can make up the rules as he goes along. And people are like, well, that's kind of cheating. I'm like, well, the card only works as long as you have cards in your hands. So as soon as you exhaust your cards, he can't do it. That's the limit. So everything has like, even the insane power-ups have like a limit to what he can do.
Yeah. That's a trippy idea. Oh man. Eric says, man, I wish you guys were out here in Southern California.
Yeah, we hope to be out there. We got a lot of people on our Twitter that are from there, and they're like, we wish we had one of these. And it'd also be a great way to get away, because winters are really cold up here. We get like in the minus 30 to 40.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So I like one year I said, F it. I got like these boots that are like made for the Arctic. So in the coldest weather, my feet are toasty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I could just migrate every winter to California and have like a little house out there and just like
next door to your arcade bar.
yeah. Or we could we can make the office a little bedroom with a we have our kitchen.
Absolutely. My brother had a magic party last night. Excuse me. My brother had a magic party last night at the house while watching the fights. That sounds like fun. Matanui says, that sounds like it could be absurdly broken. Lol, beer and whiskey. Yeah. Your arcade bar. So have you guys been able to secure a facility like a warehouse or whatever? Because I think at the very least you might need something as big as a warehouse, considering you've got a bar, you've got a restaurant, you've got seating for diners. Well, I don't know if you're going to have like stools and counters, or if you're going to have full-fledged dining tables for families.
Well, we're right now we're just offering our mobile services. So once we hope to get the funding, we hope everything clears up by next year. Then we're going to be looking for locations. But we're hoping once we get the money together that we'll be able to use that time while we're building our business mobily, that we could find a location, and everything is closing. So that gives us an opportunity to get all the hot spots that were normally taken, because a lot of businesses gave up.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So we're also hoping right now we're pretty much one of the only games in town right now that offers this service. So we're hoping to eventually get the word out there, but right now we're just pushing and pushing and hoping to get more money so that we can push harder for the advertisement. Yeah. And we're really hoping that crowdfunding hits that wall so that we don't need to borrow money and we can get some really amazing machines. Like I'm looking to get some of the newer machines too. Like I'm really hoping we get enough so we can get that Rick and Morty machine.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that thing's like the hottest pinball out there right now, because no one can get it unless you spend a ridiculous amount of money.
Why is
And then we're looking to get the Turtles one. They just came out with the Infinity Quest one.
is that the arcade game, or are you talking about?
The pinball.
All right.
Yeah. So we're looking to mostly get the pinballs because they're the pricier ones, and the arcades we can get them fairly cheap, and whatever we can't get, we could hopefully replicate. We can replicate it pretty easily, until we're able to get more of the actual models, because that's going to be my plan. Like, once we get more money, we're going to like start replacing them, because I'd like to have more of the actual arcades, not just the replicas.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're also looking at getting a place that has like a bar, so that we could use that space to have to be part of our gaming area. So we're looking, like, I saw one arcade bar that had like television sets, like, you know how they have the hockey game, they have like all these big TV sets up by the bar. So we saw that, and we're like, that would be a great idea. You have like your TV sets above the bar, and then you have your game there, so you could be playing your game like that. So it gives us a chance to have more games on the bars, on the actual bar.
All right.
And we're also looking at once we get fully operational, and we're making our own beer and wine, that we're talking to this company that does brew tours. So they'd send in like a bus of people to check out my brewery on site. So we're gonna hopefully be able to get more people into our location that way, and offer them like special packages. So have them be able to like taste the beer and play the games and have the food at the same time. So once they do their tour, once they're done their tour, they can eat, play games, and drink the beer in the package.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Boy, you guys have all kinds of balls in the air.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be different. We're trying to offer everything, and I kind of like the idea of everything being all under one roof. Like, that's the reason why I go to the comic book shop, which is my local comic shop. It's called the Comic Book Shop. It has everything under one roof. It has comics, board games, DVDs, manga, costume, figures. It's all there.
Whoa.
So instead of me going to like 5 different places, I just go to the comic book shop and grab what I need.
Indeed. Get exclusives, discounts, contests, and preview. By signing up, you'll receive the latest updates and news from the campaign. Yeah, check out the link that I dropped in the chat to get in on this early sign up. Shows here video games, board games, and craft beer. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about all this space all this stuff is going to take up, because you're supporting board games and card games like Magic the Gathering. Those take up big tables because, you know, several people participate. Yeah. I'm just thinking about this place that kind of, well, actually, there's 2 places that opened up in in Ohio. Well, one of them, I guess, has been there a while, and the other one is fairly new. So one of them is like a bar with bar food, and they've got 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5 tables. Well, large tables. And it's kind of like playing your game inside. You know, like when you go to go gambling, like to Vegas or whatever, you've got that big table for like roulette, and people stand around the outside of it, and then you could have instead of the roulette game going on. You've got a card game, or all your little metal miniatures. So they had several of those tables, and then they had a few smaller regular tables that you could eat your food and beverage at. And then there's another location, which is a different business that is closer to an arcade bar. So they don't, last I checked, they don't have the bar portion in, but they do have arcade cabinets, and they have several pinball machines. And from what I can tell, most of the arcade cabinets are, the real deal. Whereas there's a few machines interspersed that have, that are custom, that have like 20 or 30 games built into it. So you select from a list of games on screen, and then you play that game. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just like looking, hopefully, to get what we want. But if we're not, we're gonna have to like modify things to work for us. So it's just all about being creative with the space.
Yeah, certainly. And then you got Asian Fusion, which I think is going to be a real draw. The sushi burrito is one of your signature blends. The creation started at yearly event where we did an Asian theme, made it for your guests who did not like fish. Our selections include taco egg roll. So this one has steak on it, right? Steak.
Yeah, a steak and caramelized onions.
And is that the yum yum sauce?
Oh, it's a chipotle mayo that I make.
Oh, all right. And then this is the sticky rice, right?
Yeah.
All right. And of course, it's on a bed of seaweed.
Yeah.
Then you got comics. We're working with some amazing artists to create an exclusive comic. We want to give independent creators a chance to showcase their work. 8-Bit Shinobi wants to help artists get their break. Now, how does this correlate with the whole arcade bar? Is there like some kind of synergy? I hate using the word synergy because they use it in business too much. But how do these tie together?
Well, because, a lot of comic book people that like comic books also like gaming. So I thought of like, how when you go sit down at a restaurant, there's like magazines there. There's magazines, there's newspapers that you can read. And I thought that gamers and nerds would love to have a comic book, comic book to read while they're waiting. So we're thinking of like doing creative ways to get people's attention on that by like having like a menu, like a little bit of menu, and putting like some of the titles that we have in it, and then people can request what they want while they're waiting, or be able to pull from the shelf, have like a shelf, but also have like the menu reflect on that. And we're looking at doing like like one of those Today Special boards.
All right.
Where we advertise the special of the day, which is the different food, having a game of the day, and then a comic book of the day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it all kinds of blends together with all the different aspects.
At the same time, you're not like trying to create your own comic shop, are you? Where you're actually going to carry physical comic books in your arcade bar?
It's going to be kind of like a library, so people are going to be able to get like a physical thing and read through it while they're waiting, or if they want to spend their time doing that and then get to gaming, or if they get bored of gaming, they could just pull out a comic book and read it.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Like I said, kind of like the idea of how restaurants have the magazines and papers, right? because that's what I used to like to do is read the paper. So I'd read the paper. So I pull out the paper and I'm like, well, we're trying to be different, so why not have like a section where people can read all these wonderful artists' creations that they normally wouldn't know about.
All right. Cool. How long is this interview? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Was that 18 minutes? Or is that just the moment of time this was?
I think that
Or
I
is
don't remember. I know I spliced it up to be shorter.
all right? Let's check it out. Oh, 2 minutes 36.
And yes, it does have alcohol, named after some of the most popular pop culture references out there. All right, so this guy and his team, they travel to Comic Cons. They bring out retro gaming systems like NES, SNES, Nintendo 64, old PlayStation, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and they just let people chill in their booth and play video games while at Comic Con. So sit back and relax as I bring this new, entirely different concept to you. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, enjoy. Hey, Sean, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great.
Which, you know, everyone loves a good movie night, but you kind of spruced it up with making these drinks and pop culture themed snacks and stuff like that. How did the drinks become a part of it?
When we used to have parties a long time ago, a lot of my buddies introduced me to making drinks. So I kind of caught on to that. And being my party, I wanted to make it my own thing. I wanted to have my own types of drinks. So I kind of experimented here and there until I finally got something that worked.
Okay, so tell me a little bit, like one of your drinks. Like, what will you do?
So I actually have some of the setup with me right now.
Oh, I got a drink too. This is just some bourbon, though. So
okay. So this is the melon liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
And then the banana liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
And blue caracou.
Okay.
And then
an arcade bar, they would have that.
I haven't seen them, but I know there is a Donkey Kong drink, there's a peach drink, but I haven't seen any yet. But when I searched up drinks, I haven't seen a Broly.
Huh, that looks actually really good.
A Broly.
Yeah, that was a fun one to make.
Dragon Ball Broly. So since you and your friends are into parties and into food and booze, after you learned how to mix drinks on your own and started making all these custom themed drinks, did you actually did you have all your friends try all your concoctions and get their feedback?
Oh yeah, I that's what I do. Like at the parties, I'll make new drinks, and my birthday party in September actually became almost like a promotional thing, where I did my party and then I just did like a live stream in my gaming room downstairs. It's a little bit messy there now, so that's why I did it up here. So we had all the game setups, and then I had my I had a lemonade beer. We did some cocktails, and I've got nothing but positive feedbacks.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
We're currently making a berry mead. So it's a honey wine with berries.
Oh, all right. That's sweet.
Yeah, so we're also doing classes. Like I know you can find them on YouTube to do, but our classes, like I give like tips and tricks on ways to save money. So we tried to add like a little bit more because I know like you search on YouTube, you can learn how to do it, right? We wanted to add some value to it because like when I started, I spent $100 on the equipment. So I got like the bucket, the glass container and the stopper and all that.
Uh,
So I spent $100 on that the first time. And then after doing it, I found out that there were cheaper alternative ways to get my equipment. And I mentioned that in the while making that. And I make sure that like that every step of the way is covered. So it's a pretty long video, which I do in like little sections. So people learn all the steps, and I point out things that you should do when cleaning, like just maintenance and stuff like that.
oh wow. All right. Uh, and when you come up with a recipe, do you write it down or do you just memorize it?
I've been memorizing it, but it's mostly about hitting your measurements. Like sometimes I'll have the recipe right, and then other times I have to alter it because you have this thing that measures it out for you, which I mentioned that you have to hit. You have to like it's almost like a chemistry thing, which makes it fun too, because you have your little chemistry set, and you figure out if you have the right volume.
Right.
Because if you hit too high, your your alcohol is just not gonna work. It's just gonna stop dead in its tracks, and it's not gonna ferment anymore. So you kind of have to hit your targets.
Yeah, and at the same time, eventually, as you grow bigger, you're going to have a means by which you train your staff on how to make your drinks, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be cool. And same goes for recipes. I mean, have you guys already completed your full menu, or is it still in the works?
I've completed a full menu. We're adapting it as we go along. Like I said with the Mulan McNugget sauce that we're making. We just added that to the list because I found it. So I tried it out. I'm like, okay, I think I might adjust it a little bit, but it was a lot of fun to make, and I put it up on Twitter that we're going to be doing that on our next live stream, and it got a lot of responses. So I'm like, yeah, this has to be on the menu now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Man, this is sounding cooler and cooler as time goes by. Let me see. So you shared with me earlier a couple of links here. One is oops, I had it over here. I think it's for the Indiegogo launch. Was that like a live stream you did? Or
No, we have the Indiegogo campaign, and then we have a launch date set for October 31st. So once October 31st hits, we're going to be doing a live stream, and we're going to offer some goodies for people to show up. So I'm speaking to a guy who has a 3D printer, and he's gonna 3D print for us. Where I asked him if he can make a Magneto helmet, so people are gonna get a chance to win that. So hopefully we have it done by then. If not, it's gonna be like, yeah, that's the live stream that'll be available on the 31st.
all right.
So people that check it out, basically we're gonna do those giveaways once we hit our targets. So once we hit our targets, we're gonna say, okay, I'm giving this away to so and so and whatever. Once the campaign ends, we're gonna be sending their freebies with the stuff that they ordered.
Ooh, cool.
So we're gonna like do like a random draw. So people that have hit the live stream will win those exclusive items, like the Magneto helmet and the little figurines that we made. So I have this little Iron Man guy.
Hold on a minute. I was so focused on the other screen. Oh, all right. There's the Iron Man. So does that do anything? Does it light up or anything?
No, it's just pixelated.
Okay. And then did you show something before the Iron Man? Did you already have a sample of the 3D printed Magneto helmet?
Not yet. He's gonna give me like a miniature sample.
All right.
So I could use that for people to see. So like, if it's not made by the time of the live stream, people are going to be able to see the samples of what they will look like.
Right, exactly.
And hopefully we hit our 200 mark before we live stream, so we can give away these cool swords, the bleach sword.
Oh man, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, well, it might not necessarily be the bleach sword that we give away. We're talking to the company, and they said, okay, we could offer you a discount on the items. So if we can get enough people that buy into it, we can get a pretty sweet deal on the swords. And they already offer a pretty sweet deal on them already. Like they have like the sword from Blade, which I've seen for like 200 and up. Theirs is like 150 for the sword, and then with the discount, if we get enough volume, we can get the price down and still make profit off of it.
Sweet. All right, so that's the live stream. Cancel and free goodies. What could be better than that?
Yeah, free is always good.
Oh yeah. All right, so we got that. And then there was another link. Your website. Board Game Club, open today till 8. Wait, do you actually have a board game club?
No, it was like the only option to pick through, so I just picked that.
All right. Updates posted September 3rd. Our limited run pre-orders are ready. We have some amazing games from limited run collection. These games are exclusive, and like the name says, they're limited numbers. Oh.
Yeah, like the one that I showed you. I have extra copies, so one's a giveaway, and this one is going to be available to purchase. So if you didn't win the giveaway, you could still purchase this one.
All right.
Yeah, and we got some other ones that I ordered. I got like a Samurai Jack one.
The Samurai Jack, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the statue. So it comes with the statue, which from what I've been told, they don't have Samurai Jack statues. So you're gonna be the person that buys it will be able to get that copy of Samurai Jack.
Oh,
we got a couple of SNK games. We got like packages that we bought that came with extra games. Metal Slug, I got the limited edition one. So there's the first. So what limited run does is they have one that is, they're all limited, but the rarity shrinks down once you go up. So there's the first one that's limited, and then you go up. There's one that's even more limited, and it comes with extra goodies. So we have like, we're working on rebranding our site. So we're gonna have those pre-orders of the games back up.
Okay. All right. So a weekend of gaming. Oh, this already passed. Okay. Got you covered for your party needs, or if you want to have a weekend of fun. 2 small TVs and 1 large square TV, perfect for the retro games. Yeah, because the retro game consoles, correct me if I'm wrong, but they no longer have like the jacks or ports on the back of them on today's flat screen TVs to support the older game consoles, right?
Yeah. That's where I think you have to buy like an adapter for that. But we're actually lucky that some of the one or two of the flat screens that we have has some of the old ports on it.
Oh, yeah.
And we also have the big square TV downstairs, which I actually need to get a dolly to bring that thing up.
Oh man, yeah, but they're freaking huge.
Oh, it's like 40 inches.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive. Like I played like what is it, Pod Racer on that, and playing with I think it gives you like 2 people to play with. So it looked good, and then I did the GoldenEye one, and it just like so amazing on the big screen because like it doesn't shrink down that much because it's a big screen. So
Right.
it splits the 40 inches into 4 squares that are equivalent to like a small screen, right?
Inventory includes Nintendo, Super Mario 1, 2, 3, Legend. You got a typo in here.
Oh, really? Huh. Yeah.
The Zelda 1 and 2, Kirby. I love Kirby. Ninja Gaiden, Super Contra. Contra I love. Double Dragon, that's a fun one. Sega X. Oh, okay. Oh, this is all part of the announcement about that weekend.
Yeah.
So how did that work? I mean, wait, it's October 6th through the 13th. That's almost a full week. It was it Columbus Day weekend? No, hold on. October. Yeah, it was last week. Was it a great success?
Not yet, but we just launched it, so we're hoping that once November hits, we're gonna have less restrictions, and we're gonna be able to go out there and have our games on displayed. So hopefully, once November hits, we're able to get in our friend's store and we'll be like, "Look, can you make us a deal that we could have our games there?" So we'd go there on a weekend and have our games there and just get people to sign up, you know? Plus, we're also looking to doing the live stream conventions too. So hopefully we're just looking at everything just to push our stuff out.
Right. Get the word out.
Yeah, I'm pounding the pavement constantly.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Wheeling and dealing, getting in touch with all these important people in the different industries. And you even have some interest already from a couple of voice actors, including Big Mignogna.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Chuck Huber, Android 17.
Oh, nice. Let's see here. That was very, very cool. Have you do you happen to have any other updates that we might have missed or just not covered?
I think I got through most of them. We also have those that have signed up are going to get the limited print from our comic book before it goes out. So those the first 100 are going to get a copy of that, and I'm going to get the team to sign it. So we're going to print those out, and I would sign it. My two artists would sign it. Hopefully we could get a day that works for everyone.
Right. What was your involvement on the comic book? Are you like the story? Did you help out with the pencils and the inks and the colors?
I'm the storyboard artist, so I do I write the stories. So I've written stories as far as I can remember, and I did some creative writing courses in college. I took a sci-fi class, and my final project was a short story, which got me my first A plus.
Oh
I
wow!
did a Greek mythology class, and that was also my final project, which earned me an A.
So you made a whole other story in the other class.
Yeah, so I got inspired to do it, and someone posted that, oh, I'm looking for stories for my book, and I submitted it, and I guess he didn't like it, but I showed it off to a bunch of my friends, and one of my friends is he went to university for English, so he is really good at that, and he looked over at it. It's like, Sean, this is good. You need to keep up with writing stories like this. So that gave me the drive. So I'm like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do, you know?
So I'm sorry if I missed it. Is it a physical copy of this comic book that's going to be given to those who signed up for the pre-launch of the Indiegogo for the arcade bar?
Sorry. I guess I didn't clarify that it's like a panel. So there's a panel, like you see my logo. That's
All
actually taken from the panel. So it's like a panel that I had my artist do just to show people. And
right.
it's not going to be in the comic book. It's like extra art. And we're only printing out 100 copies of that. So the first 100 are gonna be able to get that.
All right.
And for those that didn't make that, we're still doing our cocktail book. So we're doing a special cover one. So it's gonna have my character on it. We won't have the art ready yet, but I put like a picture of one of my cocktails. But once we have the art up, we're gonna show people. So those that are wanting to sign up now, you could still get that exclusive copy. We have 50 recipes in the original book. The variant cover will have 10 extra recipes.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, and some of them are really creative, where I learned how to do extracts and all that, and I mixed ice cream in it in one of my cocktails.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so ice cream slushies, they are really one of our artists actually came up with one of the recipes. So our artist in the After All, who did my logo, she came up with that recipe and contributed. So I made sure that her name was in the description. So I wrote Dunbar artist in the After All. She came up with like a bleach cocktail. So
Oh,
show bleach. Yeah. And then we're giving away our goodies. So people that sign up can win all our giveaway goodies, like the signature stuff. We have more signed up stuff too that we're gonna show when we once we hit our launch. We got more signed stuff. I got stuff signed by Stan Lee. I
oh,
got the what is it? The You remember the animated series of X-Men?
Yeah.
I got the guy who did Sauron and Kazar. He signed one of my Sauron comic books, and I got two of them signed. So I have a copy for me and one that I'll be doing for a giveaway. So once we start hitting our goals, we're going to be giving away more stuff, like, and the arcade cabinet that I mentioned. Once we hit a big goal, we're going to be giving that away. Once the campaign ends and we get the money, obviously. And then we'll be sending that away with the stuff that the rewards that they want.
Mm. All right. So rewinding a little bit, speaking only about this comic book.
Yep.
Once it's done, how are you getting it to people to read, or is it intended for use in the arcade bar for people to check out?
Oh, once we hit our goals with the campaign, we're gonna get to work on. I'm gonna take part of the funds and pay my art team, because my friend from In the After All, she did that for me, and she's like, well, once you get your money from the campaign, I'll charge you. And she was very generous to do that. Her art is amazing. She does a lot of custom work.
Do you happen to have any
So
examples of her work?
it's on her I'll send you the link. She
All right.
has her Twitter where she I wish I would have thought of this, but like scatterbrain right now. She has her Twitter in the After All. I'll send you that right now.
All right.
So that's one of my artists. She's really good. My other artist is Crystal Hart. She was the one that came up with the concept of Kitsune, and my artist in the After All actually came up with the panel. So I just send that to your Twitter.
Oh, all right. Right on. Let me check here.
And we also got a lot of other fun goodies. One of our local artists is made one of this for us. It's actually also signed. So this is something else that people can win.
Hold on.
All right.
Bring it up at. Oh wow! Shit.
Is it? Here we go.
Wait, is that a tile?
Yeah, it's a tile.
Okay, like a ceramic tile, right?
Yeah, you can use them for coasters, or you can use it to redecorate your bathroom or any sort of wall. So it's very versatile what you can do with these things. I actually have one of her Ninja Turtle ones that she did.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
She's good. Jeez.
Yeah. So most of the rewards we do are from local artists in the city. So our arcade parts, they come from a company in Ontario that we contacted them and said, if we do a large order, are we able to get a discount so that we're actually able to outsell people that make custom arcade cabinets, because we're able to get our parts cheaper, and we're able to get the what do you call it, the computer part cheaper that we load all the games on.
The motherboard or the?
Yeah, the Pi.
Oh, it's based off of Pi. That's
Yeah,
Android OS, right?
yeah. It's my brother also told me that with that he can also categorize the games so they're in alphabetical order.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna help. That will be very helpful. So when it comes to the comic book, it's not one of those things where you're like, you're not going through mainstream comic industry. You're not doing an Indiegogo campaign exclusively for the comic book. You're just incorporating it into this big project for the arcade.
Actually, this is going to be the thing that gives us pays our art team, and then we're going to do another one. So everyone for this first campaign are going to be able to get like previews of it, like preview swag. So like the people that signed up first will be able to get that print, and then we'll have shirts available and other fun stuff. Like we're also looking to get little figurines. So people are gonna get swag before the comic book comes out, and then we'll be able to have, once the comic book comes out, we're gonna have like more character swag too. So this one's just gonna be one character, and then once we hit our comic book launch, we're gonna have more characters, more stuff geared towards the comic book.
All right. So the arcade bar fundraising campaign, the Indiegogo campaign for the arcade bar, it will be the introduction to the comic book. You'll pay the artists, and before the campaign is over, there will be a finished comic book.
This campaign, you mean?
Yes.
No, we're just giving like samples of the character. Yeah, okay. So they're gonna get like previews of it.
All right. And after this arcade bar campaign ends, are you going to have an actual full-on Indiegogo campaign specifically for the book, the comic book?
Yes, that's what we're hoping for.
Oh, okay.
Because we want to, like, when we get to that actual crowdfunding for that, we want to have a finished product.
Oh,
before we got there.
I see.
So this is we're gonna use the money to pay our art team. We're hopefully gonna have enough to get some more sweet equipment. So the more people give, the more equipment we can have, the more rarer games that we can get our hands on.
Nice.
And yeah, it's all for the people. Like we're offering low. Once we get our location, people are going to be able to spend like $5 to $10, depending on the type of night it is. And we're also looking at doing like what do you call it? A free, like on low periods. We're going to be doing like no cover fee, so people could come in during the afternoon when it's slow, try out the games, and then if they like to come in the evening time when it's busier with a bunch of more friends, then they can pay the cover fee to pay the games instead of spending $50 to $100 plus whatever it costs for the food, right?
Uh-huh.
And then like if someone were to actually buy all these games, they cost a fortune.
I bet they do. I mean,
yeah,
you gotta cut your costs wherever you can, especially when you're starting out for the first time. But even though you have sources for cheaper parts, that's not going to you're not going to compromise quality, right? It's not like going to break down easily, right?
No, actually, the joysticks and stuff that we're getting is the higher quality, It's we're getting the discount because we're ordering a larger volume.
Oh, all right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So that's where we're getting our discounts is the volume. So we're hoping that we get a lot of people ordering enough amount for us to be able to do it.
Mhm.
So we're also hoping too that once it hits, we could also use this as a point for our for asking for loans or grants, saying that look, we made this amount of money on the project. We need more to be able to deliver our products.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna try our best to get out our products out there. Like I'm gonna pound the pavement. I'm gonna make sure that everyone gets what they want, what they ordered, and gets a good price. You know.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like fun. Uh, so the arcade bar Indiegogo campaign launches right on Halloween, right?
Yeah, that's what we decided. Big event, have a live stream, and I'm hoping with a lot of people not going out for Halloween that they're looking for something to do and they stumble upon the live stream.
Gotcha. Ah, very clever.
Yeah.
um, Out of curiosity, as part of the live stream, are there like some like Halloween appropriate video games you guys might play on stream? Maybe.
I'm probably gonna play Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Castlevania is a good one.
Yeah, I'll do like a full playthrough. We also have Scott Pilgrim. I think there's some Halloween themes in there.
There's a video game of Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It released on the PS3 as a download. And
Really?
yeah, a lot of people are disappointed because it doesn't exist anymore.
What?
Yeah, so people that get my console will be able to play Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Is it any good?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's very simple. It's just like a straightforward beat 'em up.
Uh-huh.
And then you get like money, like in the movie when he beats up the guy, he gets like a ton of money.
Yeah.
So you could take that money and buy power ups that heal you or increase yourself.
Yeah.
So you could do that, and the best thing is you can go back. So what I did was I kept going to the easy level, getting all that money, and then getting all the power ups. So when I kept doing the levels, it got easier.
No. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I wonder why it's you can't find it anymore. It's no longer available. That's interesting. Yeah, I was also thinking of maybe the game Darkstalkers. I don't know if you're into, those kinds of fighting games.
Oh yeah, I think that's actually one of the games that we have on our arcade system.
Nice.
Like my brother has all the stuff ready. Like he loaded it up. He just needs to put these things together, and then we're gonna be doing that on live stream hopefully, unless we sold it. So we're hopefully gonna have that cabinet ready for the live stream. If not, we might just do like a video of us playing it.
Right.
And then we could get pretty much a lot of different artwork for it, but we're outsourcing it. That could limit what we want on it. But the guy said he has a ton of artwork available. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the original artwork from the original cabinets.
Yeah, he has that. I think some alternative artwork.
Nice. At first I was thinking the artists that you have working on your comic books might might do those designs, but if it's already made, then that's probably the way to go because it'll be more accurate.
Yeah.
The original cabinets. Since this is an Indiegogo campaign, how are you guys going to map it out? Are you going to do 2 30-day funding stages followed by in demand, or are you going to do like a single 60-day funding campaign followed by in demand?
We're going to do one full 60-day campaign and then hopefully be able to hit on demand.
All right.
Which is why we made it a lower goal. So we set it at like 10,000,
10,000.
hoping we're able to hit it.
All right.
And then hopefully we can get way beyond that, because if we get beyond that, we could start bringing in bigger games to our location and our parties. So like the more big expensive games we can get.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're gonna give a lot of sweet rewards for that too.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm looking forward to the launch. In fact, I might even be one of those watching that stream because I don't think I really have anything going on that day unless I'm scheduled to work. Yeah. How long do you? Yeah, the reason I was asking about how you were breaking out the Indiegogo is because when it comes to crowdfunding comics, what seems to work really well is 2 30-day funding campaigns followed by in demand. So and preceding that, the early sign up like you have set up here. So you get the early bird sign up for however long that takes for you to be ready to launch. Then on your launch day, then there's an initial spike of interest, right? You get the interest from building up, going on channels and promoting your sign up. But then you get additional interest from however many updates you provide via email through that early bird sign up. And then you get a spike of interest at the start of the launch. Then it kind of gradually tapers down over time. And then you get another spike at the end of the campaign when the first 30 days of funding is going to end. And then perhaps another spike at the start of the second 30, because it's like people who missed out on the first month are like, oh, it's still available. I can still back it. So there's an initial burst of energy or activity and interest, and then it kind of slowly tapers down over time, and then it spikes up again at the end of the second 30, and then spikes up again when people realize it goes in demand. So yeah. Let's see. That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, we're also hoping with November and everything being so close to Christmas time, we're hoping that helps with hitting our targets. Because for me personally, like before I did this business, I sold my figures, and I noticed that's when we did the most. That's why I sold the most figures in comics was at the November, December months.
Oh, all right, good deal. All right. Oops. Just dropping the link to his Twitter and Indiegogo campaign. Oop. For some reason, it had an issue transmitting to Twitch. That happens every now and again. Let's check out this trailer again as we bring this to a close.
Arcade Bar here in Ottawa. How cool does that sound? We're going to find out more right now and maybe play some games. Sean DN is joining us. 8-Bit Shinobi. Hello, Sean.
Hey.
Now, 8-Bit Shinobi is what you're hoping to call the arcade bar.
Yes.
Right. Now, why would you like to call it 8-Bit Shinobi?
It's because when I was younger, I really liked the ninja movies, and that's what the actual name is, not the Hollywood name, which is Ninja, is Shinobi.
Now, tell us about your love for video games, gaming, that type of pop culture.
Well, I've been gaming since I was a kid. I always have sleepovers with friends, and we were gaming. And then when I went to college, I found a card gaming community, and they're like my second family.
Yeah. So why are you excited to open up an arcade bar then? You're trying to bring those feelings to others in our community?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of like themed parties, and people are like, your food is so amazing, you should open up a location.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not just going to be arcading and gaming. You're going to supply all kinds of great food.
Yeah, it's traditional Japanese food mixed with Western. So like a taco egg roll and a sushi burrito. And I mix it with like not just fish, but with like beef and chicken for people that don't like that fishy taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Comic book called Paranormal Academy.
Okay.
It's about mystical teenagers. They're an ensemble group. Each one of them has their own unique character, and we focus on the characters themselves.
Okay.
This character is called Kitsune, which is based off of Japanese mythology, the fox spirit. We're hoping to have it for our next Fanaticon event in August.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how fast we can get the artwork done, but the story's done.
It's a big undertaking.
The PlayStation, it also plays the classic and newer games. Mm-hmm. We have the classic one here.
Oh, it's much smaller than what I recall.
Yeah, it's the replica model. It has
version, yeah.
It has like 50 games in there. Zombie dice. So you're basically, each character is a zombie, and your objective is to collect the most brains.
All right.
So you have green being easy, yellow medium, and red is the hard one.
Trouble, yeah.
So basically what you want to do is get as many brains. The footprints means that the person got away.
Yeah.
And the shot blast means that you take a hit. And if you take 3 hits, you lose all your points.
Okay. So what do I do?
So you basically just roll it and then just
and then just decipher what's going on here with me. Tell me.
So you got 2 brains. So that adds up to your points.
Wow.
And you can either keep on going or leave it at that.
What do you think I should do?
Well, you haven't taken any damage, so I would recommend another roll.
But I should spin again. All
right. 8-Bit Shinobi Arcade Bar. Sweet. Yeah, so that's coming up real soon. Literally only about 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have a lot of stuff to do to get ready for this event, or is most everything in place?
We still have a lot to get to. So I just need to like finalize products, and we're also looking at I got like an image of what it's gonna look like, kind of. So we're trying to get as much images as we can, but some things we can't. So I'll just probably have like a description and have like a picture of like what it would look like.
Mm.
And then once we start getting those goals and stuff, we could probably, as rewards, have the product made up and use it as like a giveaway.
So, Indiegogo is known for having, you know, like perks or tiers.
Yeah.
How are you going to work that out with this kind of project? So the money is mostly to help fund the opening of this arcade bar, right?
Yes.
So what kinds of perks are you going to have? Can you reveal that yet? Or are you going to wait till the launch?
Well, like I said, we do have some pretty sweet mugs that we're going to make. So an example is like this beer mug right here.
Ooh, nice.
So it's going to have, I had one of my artists make like it's going to have like a kind of like a, not really Donkey Kong, but kind of look like a big ape with a bunch of bananas. I was gonna say banana slam on it for the Donkey Kong drink. Just so we avoid lawsuits.
Yeah.
We got shirts.
So that's going to be like engraved, right?
Yeah, it's gonna. I'll show like kind of like the medieval times. It'll kind of look like this.
All right. And then what is the drink called? Banana
Slammer.
banana slammer. So
Yeah, from Donkey Kong, it was kind of like his catchphrase in the animated series.
oh, okay. All right. And then on the backside, are you going to have like your arcade bar logo and name?
Yeah.
Sweet. And then you said t-shirts?
Yeah, we're gonna have t-shirts. We're gonna have these guys. We're gonna have the figurines done up, and I talked to the guy that does a 3D printing. So we're gonna have like the Magneto helmet, and as we hit rewards, I'm gonna have him make up some more things. He says he could do swords, armor, everything. Like he could even make miniature ships and stuff. So as we hit more rewards, we're gonna do that, and we're really hoping to get our swords ready. By then, we still have to get a quote from our guys, but regardless of that, if we hit our targets, we're going to be giving away one of these. So even if this doesn't end up being a reward for this campaign, we're going to purchase a sword off of their site. Like I said, I said that's something that we're going to give away. So people will get one of these as a giveaway, and hopefully it'll be one of our rewards. Our custom-made cabinets for sure. We're going to have different tiers for that. So we're going to have the normal standard 2-player, and then we're going to have the 4-player, and hopefully we'll be able to have our shooters done, because they are a little bit harder to get, because they're like they're special light guns that work with the newer screens.
Huh.
So those ones are a bit harder to get because they're always sold out.
Wait, so you're planning on having like light guns available as a perk?
It'll be like the arcade. So we'd make the arcade. It would have like all the buttons and stuff, and it would have the shooter games. So that they'd be able to play the shooter games on it, and then the arcade game on it. So that'd be kind of like the next level of tier.
Damn. All right. Fancy. Ooh-wee. All right. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. All right. So I think we shall bring this to a close. That's pretty dang exciting. I am looking forward to the launch on October 31st, Halloween. I'm going to give you the floor. Would you share with the the world, how people can find you on the internet.
We're at 8shinobi on Twitter. On Facebook, we have our business account where we give all our information of everything that's going on in our campaigns. So that's 8-Bit Shinobi on Facebook. We also have the group. We have our website, 8bitshinobi.ca, and hopefully we'll have our website to purchase items so people can purchase those games, my figures, artwork, and other fun stuff. We also have our online class. So people that purchase it will be able to get a YouTube video of me going over the process of how to make beer and wine. And I give a lot of tips on how to save hundreds of dollars. And even if you take the course, you'll save even more money for being able to make it yourself.
Damn, yeah. That kind of knowledge is worth a lot.
Yeah. And for those that don't have the money, we're also open to donations. So if anyone has some old games lying around that they don't use, just contact me on Twitter or Facebook, and I will take them off your hands and get someone to be able to get some use out of it, because I know there's a lot of people that don't want to play anymore and they just have them kicking around.
Wow. Yeah, man, if I'd have heard about this like 10, 15 years ago, I might have donated my entire Nintendo collection. I had original 8-bit Nintendo system, the complete setup with the light gun as well as Robbie the robot.
Yeah.
And the game.
That would have also been awesome because we would have been the first game. Usually when you're the first, that's when you could be known as the first. But we actually got the first arcade bar to acknowledge us. So they have us on Twitter and they will like our posts. So
whoa,
I guess that's something.
That's sweet.
We got the attention of the very first barcade.
Damn, congrats on that. That's sweet. Fantastic. So you can find me on Facebook and YouTube under WyzGyz Entertainment, on Twitter at WyzGyz Tweets, on Twitch at WyzGyz Twitches, on Parlay at WyzGyz Parlays. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mark the bell for notifications. In the comment section down below, indicate what, let us know what you're most excited about, what you're most looking forward to in 8-Bit Shinobi's Arcade Bar. This is going to be pretty epic. And also be there for the launch online on his channel's live stream on Halloween. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to do some gaming. And I want to thank everyone in chat for hanging with us. Thanks to everyone who will watch this on replay. And thank you to our very special guest, Sean, a.k.a. 8-Bit Shinobi.
Take care.
We are closing and ending the broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Bye.